Rain tapped gently on the windows, each drop composing a quiet lullaby that melted into the soft instrumental of amazing grace. The golden lamp cast a peaceful glow across the living room as John and Susie sat on the couch, a warm throw draped over their laps, two steaming cups of tea in their hands. John stared into the distance, the steam from his cup curling like memories he didn't ask to remember. "Forgiveness," he said, voice low and reflective, "used to feel like giving up my right to justice, like saying what they did was somehow okay." Susie turned toward him, her voice calm but clear. "It's not saying it was okay," she said gently. "It's saying you're okay, even without the apology." Before John could respond, a familiar presence filled the room, making it feel holier and cozier. Jesus appeared, clothed in a simple, beautiful gown with a sash, barefoot as if he owned peace itself. He sat on the couch, leaned back with a knowing grin, and mimed a sip from an invisible teacup. "Ah, you're finally brewing the good stuff," he said with a smile. "Forgiveness, my favorite blend." John blinked. "You've once again appeared during tea time." Jesus shrugged playfully. "I made oceans, turned water into wine. You think I'd skip out on tea? Especially when it's steeped in surrender." Susie laughed. "So, what do you say about forgiveness, Lord?" Jesus leaned forward, elbows on his knees. "Forgiveness isn't letting them off the hook," he said. "It's removing you from the hook they left you hanging on." John chuckled, shaking his head. That was deep and weirdly comforting. Jesus' tone turned soft, serious now. "You see, forgiveness doesn't deny the weight of what they did. It hands that weight to me. And let me tell you something. My shoulders are broad enough. Yours weren't meant to carry betrayal, bitterness, or decades-old grudges. That's not strength. That's slow, spiritual strangulation." John looked down, his fingers slowly tracing the rim of his teacup. "But it still feels like I'm the one losing." Jesus leaned back, resting his head against the chair. "Oh no, you're not losing, you're trading. Trading poison for peace. Trading prison bars for open fields. Forgiveness isn't weakness, John. It's divine strategy." Susie squeezed John's hand and looked at Jesus. "But why does it feel like bleeding sometimes?" Jesus looked her straight in the eye. "Because it is. Forgiveness is often a crucifixion of pride. But every time you bleed like that, heaven builds something eternal with it." John sighed, a deep exhale of release. "So, when I forgive, I stop bleeding from wounds someone else forgot they gave me." Jesus smiled. "Exactly. And you begin healing through wounds I never forgot and already paid for." The rain kept falling as the instrumental played on. Jesus, John, and Susie sat together, savoring the moment, a blend of quiet grace and healing. Two hearts learning from the one whose great heart had already released his pain.